room.
Oh yeah.
Christ.
Generators, very, very powerful.
Spooky.
Oh, don't fucking pass out from the fumes, my man.
I have no choice in the matter, unfortunately. It's
Fuck,
not.
I either-
It's not like I can avoid the fumes.
Right.
Just treat it like the fucking Dust Bowl. Put some wet towels underneath your door.
I mean, yeah. Or even better, just like embrace the high of gasoline. Be on the next weirdest addiction. So I'm addicted to smelling
I
gasoline.
actually just do this. Hold on.
I hope they don't come back. It sounds horrible when I say it. I hope those guys don't come back. My boyfriend's letting me watch the stream this time.
He allowed me to breathe it.
He allowed me to breathe today. Oh, no, he changed his mind.
Just pogged. I'm just like hard pogged.
Ooh,
Wait,
Orion?
Yeah, it's Ryan's son. I put complete face wax for charity, and the son just pogged.
I missed it.
Okay, I looked real quick. Hold on, let me do something real quick.
Shave beard for charity, Christ.
Oh. Wait, that
Have
what?
they ever
What?
showed
Some
up?
guy?
Oh, that guy has been following you? At least he didn't.
Weird, man.
At least he didn't was just like, "Hey, Slicer, it's been a while." I was like, "Who are you?" Who? Maybe he hasn't been commenting, and he's finally seen other people do weird shit. Then they're like, "Yeah."
Well, that explains it.
The jokes make sense.
Back
Gotta
we go.
block him.
You block him.
What the fuck? That's fucked up.
That's what, isn't that what you just said? So I'm gonna block him.
Yeah, that's what AJ just said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said I'm gonna block him.
No.
I don't sound like Slicer.
Yeah.
Yeah, not unless they do something like actually
There's another
disruptive.
dilf comment. I don't know about
Dilf.
talking about your dead dad as a dilf that you missed out on.
It's-
We are live, by the way.
and I
And I oop.
It's
That's all I
fine. We'll
knew.
cut that
I
out
had
of the
no-
mod. It's alright.
will we?
And I oop.
And I what does it
How much of
mean?
the do you leave the pre-show talks in when you cut the VOD?
I do, yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
good.
that's great.
Are we gonna do another one? No.
That's
no. I mean, we
now.
got 8 hours.
now.
Don't forget the shitter. The shitter.
Ah, yes. I forgot I had to redo that. Fucking
Re-
hope that it works.
Oh god, no! It's about to fuck up. You know. what it
Yeah,
is.
you just said it. You just-
Actually, you know, it seems to be working.
Let's run on the generator all the time.
Ba-ba.
Is it up? He's gonna leave. He's gonna disappear.
Is it working?
Okay, no.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were humming to yourself.
I was humming to myself. I was just,
Yeah.
you guys weren't
Going
talking.
insane.
Alright, you're up. Well, we
As
see
you
it.
live
Well,
and breathe. Okay. Do you guys want to just hop right back into it?
yeah,
Yeah.
obviously, just hop back into it.
Okay. Those guys were fine. Immediately. You see, you know, just across the
Yeah.
road from where the incident took place, I see. Must be awful for Soseki-sen getting caught up in something like this in a foreign land. Just, like...
Is that the White House?
That's the Crystal Tower back there.
Clouds look so big and heavy in the sky, don't they? With the dense fog as well, everything looks hazy.
Well, it is known as Foggy London Town.
You can just make out some of the spire through the fog. Looks like it's still being built, though.
Aha! Yes, that must be the Crystal Tower being built for the Great Exposition that's to open in 6 months' time. Apparently, it's going to be very striking, glazed on all sides in the symbolic centerpiece of the exhibit. Jesus. Okay.
It's going to be the largest exhibition in history, isn't it? Oops.
Yeah, exhibit.
Can't even begin to imagine it.
Think about it.
Think about it.
Oh, wait.
Hey. What the? Is that where you cried?
Oh, look at the windows of that building there.
Bricked.
Are you sure there are windows?
Yes, but they're all filled in with bricks.
Oh, you're right. I wonder why. Perhaps it's an empty property where nobody lives at the moment.
There's smoke coming from the chimneys, though.
Oh dear, everything still feels very foreign. There's so much we have to learn about this place.
Someone's busting out the windows. It's like, fuck you. Breaks them up. Let's talk to Meekins.
That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. Police are making sure the crime scene is undisturbed. I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons.
I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern.
Oh, no, I'm not getting caught out again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing what was going on.
Yes, you've had some dreadful experiences.
I mean, that's fair.
I'm sure it's the wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. It does you no favors at all. Stop being so scared. You're just being arrested. Hee hee. What a delightful snowman.
I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. Looks a little creepy, though.
Oh, it has a scarf. Look.
You'd need one if you were out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one.
I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment, too. We certainly can't afford a scarf.
Jesus Christ.
Surely the snowmen here wouldn't miss his.
But the person who made the snowman certainly would.
Yes, I know, you're right. Anyway, even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow.
Is all the lawyers poor?
Yes.
These aren't even lawyers. It's like a student lawyer on a.
Fair. On a trip.
Oh, that's a Scotland Yard carriage. They use vehicles like that to rush to crime scenes and cart away criminals.
You're very well informed, aren't you?
Yes.
Jesus.
It's long been a dream of mine to ride one of those through the streets of London.
Well, I'll just pick up a stone and throw it through one of the windows then.
You're a fucking ass. But that would mean being arrested in order to ride it. Wouldn't it? Still, if it's the only way, help me find a good stone.
No, I wasn't serious.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I mean that was Freddy, man.
I mean, I'm down for some chaos. It's in my blood.
A new location.
This is not what I was expecting.
I was like, was he a war veteran?
This isn't his room. This is his lodgings.
Oh.
That's you, Slicer.
Oh, God.
Why do I have so many people in this case?
You only got Saseki and her so far.
I know. It just feels weird. I feel like I have more than I usually do. I'll put it that way.
Good couple of characters to go around.
Yeah.
Right.
God, I don't even. May I help you?
That's what I was just thinking.
Yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garrideb? Indeed it would, sir. And who may I say is calling? Oh. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
This is the Holy Mother indeed.
Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodging here.
Ew.
We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client.
One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Gurdeb.
Get out of here!
Did you see that, Mr. Sato? She just vanished. That was a real-life English man.
Yeah, all women can do that. I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better.
Certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it?
We need only to meet a butler and the experience will be complete.
Here comes the killer.
It is rude to talk about the master's cat without the master being present. That's Simon Keys. No.
No!
No! Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Oh. Thank you for waiting, Mr. Garrett. We'll see you now this way.
Oh dear.
Shh.
Oh no.
Moon Man.
Larry!
Moon,
Larry's father!
Moon Man.
Moon.
That's a little weird.
He's the moon killer.
That's partially concerning.
Yeah, burned. Molotov shot.
This one's me. Good day to you. John Garrett at your service.
Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Kind of.
Excuse me not getting up. I took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwand, don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains, but I had to withdraw from service, handed over the reins to the up-and-comings.
Oh yeah, he's definitely Two-Faced.
So he's a retired soldier.
It's a hell of a job getting up and down the stairs now, I can tell you. Don't get much out, as you can imagine.
Yes, it's quite a climb up to here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs.
You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo.
Do you think so?
Yeah, you fucking no cardio. Well, Mr. Guradeb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal.
Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol, really. A folderol?
I think so.
Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly. Joan, fetch the... Ah!
A lot of fucking...
Dashing old woman, be careful!
Oh, dearie me, I do beg your pardon.
You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands.
I shall be more careful, sir.
Oh, damn it. So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now.
Yes, I see.
It's horrendous.
Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs, is that correct?
Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us.
Only too pleased, naturally, especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blighty. We forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It is. Even had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe it?
Yes, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business.
Oh, but you have a copy of Rex magazine here, so...
No.
Anyway, the chap's investigating in the foreigner's room as we speak. So he's in Sasaki-san's room.
It's a bally nuisance, is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like this fuss. It's jolly unsettling.
About Mr. Natsume, then Mr. Garadeb, please do tell us.
What is
Oh my
what is the
fucking God.
what is the joke in Garideb?
I'm not positive. It might be another Sherlock Holmes character, but I'm not positive on that one.
Okay.
Oh yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week now.
Oh, just 1 week. So he moved in very recently then.
I have two rooms most of the time, one on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor room became available a week ago, you see. There'd been an Dash it all, Joe! Do be careful!
Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Jesus Christ!
She's doing this shit on purpose.
If you want to know my opinion, I thought it was shady so from the moment I set eyes on him.
She's a racist! The racist maid.
Oh? Why?
He seemed to have the most nervous disposition, always shaking, looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written all across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, June, that man is trouble. Sooner or later is going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. He won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure.
Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all?
Yes, oh yes, indeed there was. And she's dying to tell us. Have you noticed anything at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume? Oh my word, yes, the man was shadier than an orchard.
Could you elaborate?
Well, take the man's room, absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else is in the house has gone to bed too. Oh, I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Ah.
He's a gamer.
The gamer defend.
Defended.
Could you clarify something, I wonder?
What, pray?
How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine?
Oh!
Are you a nosy ass? I'd understand that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct?
That's right, yes, they're both below us, on the first floor and street level.
Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed.
Ah!
Why are you burning him?
Good grief, Joe! Be more careful, woman!
Oh my goodness, sir, I'm terribly sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here.
Like an asshole. His kneecaps are like probably just muscle.
My balls! My balls! Stop!
My balls.
Seems the incident took place around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out the window around that time?
The window?
Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road.
Jesus, Joan does not appear to be a very good maid with all the cracked equipment.
All the destroyed shit.
I mean, the first sign was her scolding the man's kneecaps. Your Honor, bring in the maid. She's gonna torture the defendant.
Oh, no!
Bring the hot tea! The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Is there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
5 o'clock is dinner time in the Garadeb household, so I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan?
No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already by that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road. Oh, I see.
And everything's kind of crooked. on the photos.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
And also the maid outfit just hanging over the
Right.
cannon.
over the fucking cannons, like what the fuck, maid?
Such as?
Or should I say killer? Oh, no. Too early.
Anything at all?
Reel it back, do it.
Yeah, too early, too early.
Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated.
Well,
Yes, was there something then?
well, it's nothing particularly significant, but around that sort of time in here, there's ah!
This point.
For the love of God, Joan, watch what you're doing, please!
I'd be,
Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Oh, more careful, woman.
I'd be like, I'm like, get the fuck out of here!
Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow. Oh, yes. I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. She's keeping him quiet.
Oh yeah, definitely. By torture.
She's probably underpaid by somebody.
Oh, for sure.
I had to imagine. Oh, really, Mr. Garadeb? The way that you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been something.
Well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter. Not my nuts! Not my nuts! No! Joan, dash it all! What is the matter with you?
Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened.
Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal. Joan?
That's right, Mr. Garadeb.
Please stop burning me.
What's the matter with these two?
It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but what?
I wish I knew.
I think I knew.
Could you tell us what floor Mr. Natsume's room is on?
Why, certainly. Just below us on the first floor.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's just like, can you tell us where? Oh yes, it's like, oh!
Why? What do you think this time?
I don't know where the room is.
And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there, even as we speak?
Yes, I told me Natsu's name had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsume has engaged Mr. Sholmes' services?
That's a blatant lie.
Not me.
Would it be alright if if we also had a look around? In Mr. Natsume's room, I mean.
Mr. Nuts' room.
So sucky nuts me. Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs.
Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with this case, but we have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we?
Yeah, let's get away from these weird fucks. We can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more.
We're gonna get trapped in the basement.
Into the cellar with you, fools.
His fucking kneecaps are probably scarred as fuck.
God help me.
Duh.
This window looks over Briar Road, where the young woman was attacked.
Oh, yes. I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road investigating the crime scene.
That's a woman.
The glass is rather murky, isn't it? You can't see very clear.
Does this thing open at all, I wonder? I shouldn't underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, sir. Sorry? As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No Londoner would go opening windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you. Seems very unlikely that these two would have seen anything of the incident, then.
The ice.
Look at this crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it?
Oh my, a genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? Although the shelves seem to be broken and the crockery is... Oh dear, it's in pieces.
It really is. Word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice.
China. Ah! I wonder. Perhaps the cannon was fired at it?
Jesus Christ.
Yes, probably something like that, but let's not delve too deeply here.
I think there'd be a fucking hole in the wall if there was.
Look at
Hole
the
in the
enormous
wall.
screen.
Sure.
It must have been put there deliberately, surely.
Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view.
I'm glad they know.
What could be behind it, I wonder?
I'm going to have a very quick look. Just a little peek.
Just a little peek.
Ahem, ahem.
Damn it.
Maybe let's not, Mrs. Sato. I think the maid's gonna head us off with a cup of tea. Ahem, ahem.
Yeah, don't burn my kneecaps, please.
I want to investigate all of this, but at the same time, time limit.
Time.
Oh, we don't have a time limit right now, do we?
I mean,
I want to get to sleep at a reasonable time, though.
That's fair.
Oh, look! What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleaming silver cake stand.
Lined up. Like someone has half demolished them to me.
I already have.
Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. It's quite the English way. It is Mr. Garrett custom to take 2 cakes with his tea.
damn.
That sounds delightful.
Oh, wait a minute, though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand. Well, naturally, and it would never do to waste leftovers. So whatever Mr. Garrett doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joan, you shall have a tidy up. How magnanimous of you.
Yeah, you.
That portrait of Mr. Garrett is glaring at me, I swear.
Well, okay, I am.
Have you noticed that all the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Garadeb as well?
Yes, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mantelpiece as well.
Yes, seems to come back from a local pawnbroker with that little trinket.
Seem to come back. What do you mean?
Oh, the chap who runs the place is a bally wizard. Went in to sell him something and came out with that thing. In point of fact, now I think about it, I rather often find myself leaving the place for something I don't need.
The lion ornament certainly does seem surplus to requirements.
Sasato-san doesn't pull her punches. Or her throws, for that matter.
Gimme. That looks like a Medal of Honor, and it's showcased on a very grand banner.
Yes, it's displayed with some pride, I would say. Although it bothers me that it's not straight.
What, that old thing?
Sorry?
I should be glad to see the back of it, but the general would turn it in his grave if I disposed of it. The wall's the best place for it. Keeps the bally thing out of my way.
So it's been polished to shine by accident, I suppose?
There appears to be an inscription on the medal itself. Look. Let me see. It says, for distinguished participation.
Sounds like the kind of honors even I could be in line for.
Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet, but I was given that for my time in the army. Can't measure an officer by the number of medals to his name, of course. Common knowledge in military circles.
Except the more medals, the better.
It does look pretty sick.
I notice you have a pile of books here, Mr. Garrett. Do you enjoy reading?
No.
Ever experienced a London winter, boy? The nights are long. No better way to pass the time than in front of the fire with a jolly good book.
Oh, that's a copy of Rand's magazine here, I see. No doubt Mr. Garadeb enjoys the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, too.
The great detective has a great many followers, it seems. It's a full-size cannon. What's it doing in here?
Oh my, it's real. I thought it might be a replica.
How'd you get it in here?
That old thing, that's a little more than a toy.
Sorry?
The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house.
Really?
Tally-ho.
Isn't it a overkill? Tally
I
ho,
mean-
gentlemen!
For the
Blow
queen.
a golf ball-sized hole into the first man.
I love
He's
that
dead
green
on
text
the
so
spot.
much.
That's so good.
Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy.
Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Karebdeb?
Always is. Take Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Tries them over the barrel, you see. They dry very well on the cannon there, Joan tells me, which rather proves my point, I feel.
It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame.
Fucking rust all over that shit. A suit.
The drip.
The drip.
The uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it?
That kind of looks like
It's clearly been well looked after, though.
That old thing. Ah, not much better than rags, really.
Oh?
Wore that ceremonial garb at my retirement bash, you know. But I'm not one for dwelling on the past, me. Would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. And anyway, doesn't hurt to have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it?
doesn't throw all this shit away.
Oh, I see.
He didn't never actually serve, did he?
Nope, probably not.
Perhaps we should leave the past in the past.
Let's get the fuck away from these two.
Fucking weirdos.
Yeah. Hey, my
we're
fellow
alive.
weirdo. Yeah. What the fuck?
Now, this is probably what you expected to see.
Yup.
Yeah.
What? Just look at this place. Smell it. Ugh, so musty in here. Suppose it's the mountain of old books that are responsible for that.
He's just sitting on top of the book.
This shit is dirty.
She's about to have a panic attack. I just remember she loves the clean.
I don't think I've ever seen so many books in my life.
No, me neither.
It's so dark in here, too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And say.
Is that the window over there?
Well, it was the window, I think, yes. Once upon a time. For some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives.
By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you?
No, that's true, but according to what Mr. Garadeb told us, Great Detective should be around here somewhere investigating.
Hiding in the books.
He just, like, pops out.
Yeah, he's just like hanging off.
Ah, Mr.
something.
Naruto! What the fuck?
Oh, look! It's a beckoning cat from home.
It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that, Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him.
I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruto. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage?
Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad, and I wanted a lucky charm.
Well, I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same, and this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him.
It's not doing a very good job so far, is it?
You mustn't say such things!
They didn't say a word! Why are my eyes such a giveaway?
I'm watching you.
What's that power thing behind the books?
What?
Cat.
E.T.
It appears to be some sort of meter on the wall here. Looks very robust. I
Mercury.
wonder what it's for. There's a slot for inserting coins in here, too.
Fuck.
Ah, I believe that is a gas meter, Mr. Naruto.
A gas meter?
Yes, it seems there is piped gas in this district which consumers pay for by putting coins in the meter. Jesus.
So if we were to put a coin in the slot...
It would burn down the house. It would be enough to gas to use the light in the gas fire for the whole night.
So if you're too poor to have a coin, you'd have to spend the night in a dark, freezing cold.
Yep. Don't be poor.
Ugh. London's a scary place. Cat.
You have to pay. Cat.
I did it.
Katie. Okay.
Oh my, what an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master is away.
I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash.
Mm-hmm.
It was a tricolor Mickey, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain?
Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan.
That's made me feel homesick now.
Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days.
Yeah, but we've been abroad for a lot longer.
2 days. And that seems to be wedged from a crevice between the mountains of books on either side.
Suppose Mr. Natsume would sit here and read while stroking his cat. That's not an innuendo.
Yeah.
But surrounded
Didn't
by...
like the wording.
Yeah.
surrounded by, on all sides by these towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every single night as well.
Yes, he must have done. Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a secondhand bookshop. Your books.
Oh. Oh, shoo. Your books. Oh, yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it. Look, and the date of the purchase, 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident. No.
That's just a short while before he was embroiled in terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books.
My eye. Oh, God.
Mine.
My eye. What is that sack?
The big sack. I don't like all the tissues in the fucking garbage. I know it's
Just
paper.
you fucking asshole.
Look at all those books stacked up there. They almost reached the ceiling.
They're all works of English literature, and they all smell so shit.
The volumes of book to hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you?
No, what a dreamy idea.
A bad dream, maybe. For me, at least. Mind you, I don't imagine that the book is at the bottom of the pile now will ever be read again.
Ah, so reading it is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime, just as the tea ceremony teaches us.
I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy.
We're gonna go turn and Sherlock is gonna just be staring at us.
I'm waiting for it. Oh, fuck, that's not what I wanted.
Books! Read.
Oh no, he's just chilling. I love it, like, only a little bit.
Ah! Look, Mr. Naruto!
Yes.
Aha! There he is. Where did he appear from?
He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he won't mind if we disturb him.
Let me just
He's
pick
like
up
you.
a book and throw it at him.
He'd probably be there.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes? What the devil? Ah, you two. Good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Buria. Yes, of course, the Buria. And let me see. What happened on that voyage?
It was Kazuma Sogi. He died tragically. But you were a great help to us.
Oh, yes, death! Ah, yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Oh,
Well, you seem to remember something of it, at least.
what an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. This is Mr. Oh, no, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Miss Naruto. And Mr. Susato.
Try the other way around, Mr. Shanks.
Oh, I lose the first round. Oh, fucking...
Oh, I'm a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
It happened. In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to the Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. but some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes.
So they apprehended Soseki-sen that short of amount of time?
I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little.
A little?
A little. It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget to use such facts unless they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure and a study in Scarlet. I'm fucking dying.
Please, there's no need to quote yourself.
Quote. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but when I do, my associate pens them beautifully.
He means Iris, I suppose.
Mr.
By the way, Carlos, how long do we have?
Why wouldn't you? I'd say like at least a solid another hour, unless you want to stop here.
I can go for another hour. It's just, I'd at the very least want to be done before 2. You know?
We'll be done before 2, I'm pretty sure.
Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased. In this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case.
Oh, yeah, she did miss Garradeb.
We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here in Briar Road.
Natsume? Yes, I believe it was a name rather along those lines. But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justified to arrest him on so little? Yes. I'm sorry, Miss Susato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What?
Can't believe he was looking Susato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance.
I assure you I am not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension.
Oh? How?
I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your astute compatriot of the crime.
But that doesn't make sense.
The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote it verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity of whereabouts of the man seen fleeing the crime scene.
Ah, a man seen fleeing.
There, you were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there's a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question.
So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then?
No, but it does look bad. That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my facilities, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books. I found myself quite lost in bibliophilia. Not be so deceived in believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no. Oh dear.
Yeah, the dibs.
Ah, tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings?
Yes, Mr. Garradeb, a retired military man.
It was the first time I've ever met a soldier from the Great British Institution, that is, the services.
And it was the first time I've ever met a maid from the Great British Institution, that is, the service.
Yeah, he's a fraud. Oh.
I didn't think it was that funny.
I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer. And so, conversely, whether or not an household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein.
Betoken their societal standing. Sorry?
But simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelon of society, of course, household employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary. As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundaries between the middle and lower class, being able to afford just one maid is one of the first importance.
I had no idea.
And it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically in the retired Army veteran Mr. John Garredeb.
Oh?
Applicable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am yet unable to ascertain.
I'm thoroughly lost from what he means to say. Oops.
The dingy. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man who has dwelled in a place such as this will stab someone sooner or later. Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one. That's what you did. But sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here.
About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea?
No window?
Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks.
That's where I put the bodies. I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. Window tax.
Window tax? What is that?
It's real, by the way.
Oh, fucking.
Surely not a tax on windows. Precisely that. Oh my god! Until relatively recent, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows.
Sucks.
That's fucking. Mansion's fucked.
Those of lesser means have inherited bullshit. Those of lesser means have inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly closed windows up. While the rich opened windows here and there and everywhere, an effort to curry favor. While the rich has opened windows here, there, and everywhere.
Cool.
Oh, I actually guessed that. In an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. How awful! And not just forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So, some 40 years ago or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example.
I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps.
It would appear so. I've done a little digging. And discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price. Because the room is so awful, I should think. No, because there was a murder. apparently Mr. Natsume.
Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago.
Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation.
Oh?
Still, that is of little relevance here, a matter not worthy of further attention.
Are you sure? I'm curious now.
Here, how we done? Well, I believe I've told you all I can do now.
Thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, yes, Mr. Naruto. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law?
You remembered that, did you?
Will you perhaps be offering your service in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. On what grounds?
Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday.
Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized and so promptly, too.
The thing is, it really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence?
I wouldn't. Yes, trust.
Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he?
My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea.
Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate?
No, I just wanted a good book. Ah, yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them.
Oh, I see.
Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and the witnesses who swear to have seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. Ah, and one more thing. Check your hands.
Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us.
Check your pants. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired armorman who owns this property is hiding something.
Mr. Garrett is... Mr. Sholmes said as much before, didn't he?
Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case.
Mr. Naruto, as yet our investigation have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence.
No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garrett's secret.
Yes, remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be relevant or not. Yo, but I wish you every success. Of course, Mr. Naruto. See you later.
Huh. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room.
Don't bother me.
Get the truth out of them.
Kill them.
The bow.
They left. Never mind.
You pair again? Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there?
Mr. Herlock Sholmes?
Ah, yes, rings a vague bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there.
Very good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan. Now then, why don't you tell me what to know? Why? For umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what your bolly well doing?
Volley well doing.
I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir.
Yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave if you'd be so kind.
Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Of nothing.
Oh, not at all, not at all. Don't get much a chance to talk with young foreigners like yourself. It reminds me of Larry's. Everyone keeps saying he's Larry.
Yeah.
Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out.
Or his father.
According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garadeb is hiding something. Since there's no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, we should do some digging. What are you doing here, Sholmes?
Ah, yes.
Jump, I'm gonna do it.
What's he doing over there?
This window is shitty.
Look how she's looking at him.
Mr. Sholmes?
Nice ass.
Who said that?
Aha! Nah, I do have a nice ass. You meet again, my dear Phillips.
Oh, gracious, when did you sneak in here?
Sherlock Sholmes, sir. At your service.
Whatever were you doing by the window?
I was thinking about breaking it. I'm given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Yet sadly cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture of such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Look at this shit.
Well,
You wouldn't mind, would you?
Keeping an eye on one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering.
Ah, and one other thing, Mr. Narada.
Oh, me?
I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind.
Wait, he's not talking about... Is he? I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon.
Yes, we're gonna do it. Do you mean Mr. Sholmes? There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Nardo?
I think so.
There's just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. About to fuck that shit.
here we go.
Mr. Garadem, though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service. Your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first rate. I'm afraid, sir, that it is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements.
Ooh, clicked off again.
I beg your pardon?
Your fucking shit is dirty. The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a furious beast in your care. Ferocious, I mean. I'm talking about that maid. And the second is that as the result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. Mr. Naruto, look!
Dumb man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are actually both spot on.
How could you possibly?
How could I possibly know?
You mean to inquire? Desire, maybe? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. I am the shit. And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, here like Sherman is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular.
Here we go.
Trademark. The great deduction. The game is afoot. nature of the beast. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? Ah, for a man with a military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid.
I...
Your furtive glance, Mr. Gardeb, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Yes, though an army man, you appear imposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts.
What is this piffle, I ask you?
In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very room.
What?
Yet living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of the wild rampage are still very much in evidence.
Well,
They-
Thanks.
Yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam,
me?
you ate the beast. I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction.
It is.
Your dress pocket. Give us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. But protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show.
Ah,
Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Gerdip. At Batty's Circus, a traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I was reserved the tents. He showed the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe.
I most certainly did not.
I believe I have made my point.
The hell you have.
The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilee through a ring of fire. I'm so damn good.
I am a psychopath.
I will kill and smile about it. A rampaging Asiatic lion. Aftermath. Now, Mr. Garrett, it is plain and clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of terror, you let your beloved beast go. Tears. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly something wrong with you.
Nonsense, man, I simply...
But what we must now ask ourselves is the true cause of this pain. The strain of losing something. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage.
Yeah.
And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answers. Yes, it is the pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment.
Oh,
For cartloads of meats, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstance of your household. Not that fucking book that's right next to the paper. And so you had no choice but to let it go.
Yes, well,
Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack.
Oh, unimaginable?
On your fucking face. Oh no. The aftermath of which that can be clearly seen by the observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I am not mistaken.
Oh, dearie me.
What could have caused such a destructive outburst?
Oh,
This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inevitably revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. The fucking food. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes.
oh.
There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatisfied appetite. Was it, or was it not, once said by a certain noble woman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake? Food
She
is at
later
the
got
heart of
decapitated.
Yeah, because they were like, "What the fuck do you mean?"
cake.
get her!
Yeah, wasn't that like the origin of it?
I
It was
thought
like,
it was like she never actually said that.
I thought it was like she basically was like, "Oh, they don't have bread, then give them cake." And they're like, "Cake? We don't even have fucking." And they fucking just
Chocolate?
killed them. Chocolate, pretty much.
Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact.
Whatever do you mean?
Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey, you. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with the lows of a lion I once saw in India. Carpet gnawed on by the starving lion. I am so damn good. It's elementary. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle.
The last one was crazy. This one was batshit insane.
He was that. Look at it, Paul.
And what is the matter with you, showing your point, scalding hot tea all over me?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garadeb. I'm afraid I didn't notice. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I need to grab a drink of water because I'm like phasing in and out. So if I'm like still like that by the time we're starting, I'm just gonna call it and say we'll pick this up
Okay,
next
so-
time.
No,
'cause-
let's just call it here then. We'll pick it up next time with the great deduction.
Yeah.
All right.
There's not much with the investigation anyway, so it wouldn't even be that like bad.
Okay. Yeah, because I can feel my eyes just like
Yeah,
getting
it's-
heavier.
Dude, my right eye was twitching. Like, yeah, that's why I would pause every once in a while because my fucking eye was twitching. I was like, "What the hell?"
We'll just call it here for now. Then.
All right.
And the great deduction.
Figure out what the fuck he's talking about.
Yes, the lion ate the carpet because he was hungry, and y'all gave it away to the circus. Yes, yes.
Fucking Scooby.
All right. Yeah, Thursday we'll pick this back up.
Good
Th-
luck.
That's it, I think.
Get out of here. The movie's over.
Ryan.
skedaddle.
Ryan time.
Is Ryan still streaming?
Yeah.
All right,
he
I'll
is.
throw it over to him.
We're back. Another clip. Would be amazing.
No, it's just-
Spoils.
Oh god, that's like.
All right, I'll throw it over to Ryan. You guys have fun. We'll be back on Thursday when we will continue the Great Ace Attorney. Unfortunately, I'm too tired to continue this. And I really wish I wasn't,
Yeah.
but I'm way too out of it right now. I'm phasing, and I really need to get some sleep.
Right.
But everyone, thank you for coming out again, and to the people that were here before but are not now. Thank you to everyone for showing up. I saw we had like a max of 9 viewers, and that was like fucking flooring.
Yeah, I saw 11.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
saw like 10 or 11.
that's insane. Honestly, like the fact that people even want to watch these streams like warms my heart. So
Very nice. Makes me
Very,
very happy.
very pog.
number 10. I don't. Fuck. I'm tired.
Number yeah.
Bumber 15. Berber Bing Butt Bettis.
Yeah, what are you fucking?
Babes Bing Butt Ben your Berber Bing
a blood?
Burgers. Biz Bumwans
Bubonic
Butt
plague.
Bettis.
Those viewers.
Yeah, those viewers were some.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Elementary.
they were saying some things, and then it was a little weird, but hey,
Well, you know.
it happens. Anyway, we got like 9 seconds. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. It's not gonna show up like last time. Just cuts it off.
Don't worry about it.